Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is so good to be here with all of you and to celebrate Shabbat. I hope you all had a lovely Hanukkah. And it's time to say goodbye to Hanukkah and to welcome in our Shabbat. So we're going to begin. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Last time. Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. How are you all doing? When we begin our services, normally we like to gather and invite guests in to join us. Well, unfortunately, we still can't invite our friends to join us in person, but we can invite them to join in spirit. And so, as we welcome in our Shabbat dinosaur, I'll also invite you to think of those you want to join you, have them join you in spirit and in love. There's a dinosaur knocking at our door, knocking 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and he's come to have Shabbat with me. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, knocking 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and she's come to have Shabbat with me. First we light the candles, then we drink the wine, then we eat the challah tastes so fine. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, knocking 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and he's come to have Shabbat with me. Okay, are you going to join me this time? What do we do? First we light the candles, and then we drink the wine, and then we eat the challah, which always tastes so fine. You like the challah also, don't you? There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, knocking 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and he's come to have Shabbat with me. First we light the candles, then we drink the wine, then we eat the challah tastes so fine. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, knocking 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and he's come to have Shabbat, and he's come to have Shabbat, and he's come to have Shabbat you to stand up as well. Get some bouncing going. We need to warm up our bodies and our voices so that we can offer praise to God, so that we can say, thank you, God, you are awesome. Baruch et Adonai, Hamerorach lanu, Baruch light roll into dark and the dark roll into, and then let the light roll into dark and dark into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei ol halayla, borei or nifnei choshen, borei or nifnei choshen, choshen mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Last time. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. The nights are getting so long as we reach the end of December and the winter solstice, which is when we have the longest nighttime and the shortest daytime up here in the northern hemisphere of the earth. But even though it's dark outside, we ask God to open up our eyes and teach us how to live. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one. Let's see those one fingers saying that God is one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. sometimes at this point, I'll invite you to take a seat and listen to a story, but I want to get us moving some more. I've started teaching this song a little bit over the past few months. It's a mi chamocha melody. So everyone say mi. Good job. Mi. And then chamocha. Say that. Chamocha. Mi chamocha. Mi chamocha says, who is like you, God? And we sing this because our ancestors, and sometimes we say even we ourselves, crossed the sea of reeds from slavery into freedom, from oppression to redemption. We had to do stuff we did not want to do and we didn't have a choice about it, and the people telling us we had to do it were really, 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 really mean. And then God, helped by Moses, led us out into freedom where we could serve the God we wanted to serve, where we could do not entirely what we wanted to do, but at least have the freedom to pray to our God. So we're going to celebrate crossing the sea with these words. Mi chamocha, say that. Mi chamocha. So we're going to stand at the sea and say mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Freedom is on our way. Try that. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Freedom is on our way. Now our ancestors marched together. They had to take a long walk to get to the sea and then to cross it. So let's see you marching in place. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Freedom is on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom is on our way. Now the people who were being really, really mean to us, Pharaoh and his army, they did not want us to leave, and so they were coming up behind. Coming up behind, mi chamocha. Coming up behind, mi chamocha. Coming up behind, mi chamocha. Freedom is on our way. But we were bound no more. We didn't have to follow their rules, do their things. Bound no more. Bound no more. Mi chamocha. Bound no more. Mi chamocha. Bound no more. Mi chamocha. Freedom is on our way. Freedom. 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 Freedom is on our way. tradition tells us that the people who enslaved us, the people who made us do things we didn't want to do and were really mean about it, they were people from the land of Egypt. Now, the people who lived in the land of Egypt are not the people who live in Egypt now. The people who lived a long time ago, they first got to know our extended family, our ancestors, because of a guy named Joseph. Has anyone ever heard of Joseph? Maybe you've heard of Joseph and his coat. He had a beautiful striped, many-colored coat that his father gave him. But that was taken from him, and he was sold into slavery by his brothers. And he went to Egypt, and he rose up, and then he got into some trouble, and he ended up in prison, and then he interpreted some dreams. And that's when we get to this week's story about Joseph, who interprets the dreams of the Egyptian Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh was the king of Egypt, and he was having these really bad dreams. Imagine these nightmares. Has anyone ever had a nightmare? Do you wake up screaming in the middle of the night? Do you have trouble going back to sleep afterwards? I know I've had that happen to me, and it's not fun. And sometimes I wish that someone could tell me what that dream meant. Well, so Pharaoh was having these dreams, nightmares really, where there were these cows, 7 cows. They were nice looking cows. They were nice and fat, and they looked healthy, and they mooed. What sound does a cow make? A cow goes moo. And then, next in the dream, these 7 cows that were thin and scraggly and looked unhealthy and underfed, they came up and ate the 7 healthy cows. And Pharaoh woke up in the middle of the night and was like, what is this? I don't know what this means, and it's scary. What are these cows doing, eating other cows, and they're not looking good? And he didn't know what to do. The next night, he had another dream. And this dream was about 7 stalks of grain. So imagine a piece of corn or some other sort of flower, of plant that has a stalk on it. And there were these nice, healthy ears of grain, 7 of them. And then there were these 7 wrinkled and dry and gross and eaten ears of grain. And the 7 wrinkled, ugly, gross ears of grain ate the 7 healthy ears of grain. And again, Pharaoh woke up in the middle of the night and was like, I don't know what this means, and it's really scaring me. And he asked all of his servants and all of his attendants what the meaning of these dreams were. But no one knew, except one person had remembered that this guy named Joseph had interpreted his dream. And so Pharaoh sent for Joseph and told him the dreams. And Joseph said, these dreams actually mean the same thing. There will be 7 years where everything will be wonderful and good, and we'll have plenty of food to eat. And then those 7 years of plenty will be followed by 7 years where we're going to go hungry, where we're not going to have enough to eat, where the food won't grow from the ground and everything will starve. And so, Pharaoh, what you need to do is to start to save. During those 7 years when there's plenty to eat, don't eat everything because you have it. start to save some of it so that when we get to those years of famine, those years when there won't be anything growing, you'll have something left. Now I'm wondering if any of you have had to make the choice to use up the things that you've gotten right away or to save some of it for later. I know that one of the things that I have done, and one of the things that I'm going to do with Yuval over here, is to teach him to save some money, to save some of the things he has, so that when there are times that he doesn't have a whole lot, but he wants something, he'll have something left. And then the other thing we think about, especially during this season of giving, right, where we've had Hanukkah, and maybe many of you have gotten so many gifts, is to think about what blessings you can share with people who don't have a lot or who don't even have anything. So I invite you to think with your parents, think with your families, what is it that you are going to save for the future? And what is it that you are going to share with people who have less than you do? We're going to continue now with another Shabbat song. We're going to practice our blessings. Let's make sure we're in the right key. So this is a repeat after me song. I'm going to sing a line and then you're going to repeat after me. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Let's try that again. So I sing, we sing Shabbat, and then you say, we sing Shabbat. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Our first blessing when we start Shabbat is over the, anyone remember from earlier? First we light the candles and we say Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kidshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Holy Shel Shabbat. We bless the Sabbath place. Your turn. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. So with our candles flickering, now what do? That's right, we drink some juice, grape juice or wine or whatever special drink you have. We bless the Sabbath right. We sing Shabbat. We sing Shalom, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. We sing Shabbat, we sing Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. After we've lit the candles and had our wine or grape juice, we get to eat the challah. Who likes challah? And we say, Shabbat. We sing shalom. Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, shalom. We sing Shabbat. We sing shalom. Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, shalom. Well, I hope that you have been having a good time also enjoying the snow. And I don't know about you, but I love the snow. I like to go out and play in it, but also I think it is just beautiful. And especially at night, I love the way it makes the whole neighborhood glow with that nice white look and glistening look in the dark. And so one more song. This one has just a few Hebrew words. So repeat after me. Ma, yafeh, hayom, and then Shabbat, shalom. So ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat, shalom. 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 Our next Tot Shabbat will be in mid-January, and I hope to see you then. But until then, let's end with Bim Bam. Bim Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim 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 Bam. Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. You say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.